Hello! Today we play the Darkhaven demo that just released on Steam. The game is an action RPG developed by people who were involved on the original Diablo games, Diablo 1 and 2 it mentions. So that sounds pretty good. Let's see what the game is all about, and let's see also how good the frame rate is here on our little Steam Deck machine. So we have here the Steam Deck OLED with a 90 Hz panel. We can theoretically benefit of up to 90 FPS. Let's see if we get anywhere closer. At the moment the menu here, you can see it's around 60 FPS. And first of all, let's check together the graphical settings. So what we have here, it's VSync turned on, yeah. Full screen view resolution, so it's dynamic. Let's start with full so that we don't have upscaling involved. Display quality high. So high settings and no upscaling to start with, sounds good. Let's see what the frame rate says about that and what Darkhaven is all about. So it can be played online. I will just use now the local single player mode here. And we can select a starting skill. Bloodlash, Glyph Lung, or Feast for Crows. I will select the crow and let's enter the word. Alright, 1 FPS, 3 FPS, now it's popping up bit by bit, 20 FPS. So I guess we will need to readjust a little bit, but let's start first here with high settings, native resolution, and see how it goes. So we are using around 10.5 gigabytes out of the 16 gigabytes of RAM that we have. The GPU is pretty much text already. And we just had a hit down to 6 FPS for one moment. But let's grab this dagger.
Hello there.
Most call me Lum, some call me Fortunate, so I don't credit that. Okay. Here's something that might interest us. So this ancient altar. Maybe we need to go there now next. This is also a shop. Let's see, can we buy a health potion maybe? That would be helpful. Insufficient gold. Okay, so we don't have enough gold yet. Let's earn that gold first. So if you want to keep it at native resolution, then we probably would need to decrease the settings. Let's go to medium settings here. And still full native resolution. Now we moved to 23 FPS. Here's a waypoint. Okay, that's a map. See where we can go next. That seems to be the way, or not? Not really. So 20 to maybe 25 FPS, I would say. There's also a roach to attack. It was an easy kill. So let's try to get into a few more FPS here. Oh, that was not the right setting. Graphics. So let's try maybe high settings, but with dynamic resolution. So upscaling. Let's see if that helps us. Still 23, 24 FPS. There's also our crows attack here. But yeah, we're still moving with 24, 25 FPS here. Can also zoom in actually. See if we get a few more FPS out of it. So display quality, let's take that medium. View resolution, let's go for 50%. Now the frame rate decided to go up also with that. So it's basically then rendering at 400 FPS only. Looks also washed out now. So that's probably not the setting I will keep. It's somehow to cross that river. You can swim luckily. So even that just gives us 30 FPS basically. That's now only 400p with medium settings. Finally some gold. Okay, so let's try to find the best setting to place through that. So view resolution is too low definitely. Let's try it with 75%, which would be 600p. And maybe display quality high. Looks already a bit better. And gets us to almost 30 FPS. That's the altar.
Now that is a strange stone.
So we need to speak to Loom again, that guy that was at the beginning. So let's see. We keep it at dynamic resolution and maybe medium. Which brings us closer to 25-30 FPS. Not the best frame rate, to be honest, to play that, but I also don't want to it to look too bad. So maybe that's actually the setting that I'm going to keep. (23, 25 FPS). Let's get. You found the altar and the coward lies beneath. The hotel of the deathless king. Consider it as a trial by shadow. Alright. So now we need to travel next to Greensward. Do we have enough gold to get one of those potions? That would be awesome. Insufficient gold. We can buy one of those belts though. Let's do that.
Well struck.
So that gives us a bit more of armor. No waypoint yet enabled. So we need to walk there again. No graphics. Okay, so the dynamic resolution. Yeah, 75 doesn't look good enough, I would say, so I would actually keep it with dynamic, and let's put it once to high. But high doesn't make that much of a difference while looking at it, and it brings us a few frames down again. So best setup for me, and what I'm going to use to continue playing, is dynamic resolution, so that we have the upscaling enabled dynamically, and medium display quality. And then we get 25 to 30 FPS from so far, which is not optimal obviously, but maybe as good as it gets right now. I hope they can further optimize the game for the final release, so that's just the first demo. Now we actually got a hit to up to 13 FPS here. Okay, that's a pretty bad hit actually. So I died now also. But yeah, this was now not that well playable anymore. 15 to 20 FPS actually, and that was dynamic resolution and medium settings. So the game looks really cool. I hope they can further optimize it, because I would also love to play this here on the Steam Deck. So far, well, it's playable, let's say, but you might take really a hit on the graphical settings if you want to have a good performance. If you want to have it looking good, then you will probably play with in between 20 to 30 FPS, nothing more. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you are looking forward to this play too, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time.